Pastoral plane around us, so much so. We are influenced by these things. We listen to the words in which they have come up. And as we continue to call upon the ancestors to give us guidance, to give us strength, and to give us direction, I'm going to call to mind a famous poet first. Is Langston Hughes, who asked us a really good question. What happens to a dream that's deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun, or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat, or crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load, or does it explode? Beloveds, the question that has been set before us is, what is at stake? What is at stake if we continue to dismiss the dreams of those who have been disinherited? I want to be reminded that the idea, the practice of dreaming is prophetic, beloveds. You know what it does? It equips us for things upon our journey. It gives us the assertiveness to move forward. It gives us the audacity to try the things that also tried us. It's a reminder then that as a prophetic practice, anything that comes in front of you, you can face. But guess what? It doesn't shield you from it. It reminds you that you have to hit your problems head on. You have to direct to them right where they are. And guess what? Guess what? It's still going to keep happening. You are still called to dream, because guess what? This world is still needing folks to bring about a new vision, a new life here in this world. Be reminded about the resilience that comes from dreaming. Think about when your mind opened, the expansion of your imagination, the expanding of your capacity for care. Beloved, how often do we dream? How often do we dream together in a way that makes us want to do better, that calls for us to do better, that moves our feet in the right direction? Beloveds, I feel like we have lost some of the ability to dream. And guess what? You know what's at stake when we lose the ability to dream? A lot of things. Corporate greed loves when we are brain dead in this and we're just zombies to a television of this. We love it when there's some type of war going on, but we've got to have some type of discussion on trans athletes or anything else of this manner. No, beloved, be reminded that the systems around you that have called for your oppression don't want you to dream, because they know that you can dream a reality that they can't counter. Be reminded that your dreaming potential is greater than anything that they can put together. Be reminded your dreaming allows for the future to continue to fold out. Woo. Be reminded, beloveds, you can dream. But guess what? You can't just dream whatever you want to dream. You got to discern about it. Discernment is a quality key. You know that. Notice that if we decide to sit with our dreams, discern what the divine is calling us into, reminds us that there is capabilities beyond our wildest dreams. Be reminded that when we discern the dreams given to us, we refine our understanding. We expand, like I said, that capacity for care, because we're not just looking for ourselves, but we're looking for all of us. We're looking for the greater creation of things. See, it's not just about us, but it's our collective selves. We are reminded that those of us who have been the disinherited, when our dreams have been pushed to the side, guess what? We've had to sit with that and discern and be reminded that even though we've got the message, folks may not listen to it, but guess what? Don't matter. That's your dream. That's your ability. That is your call into this. And if you can discern what the divine has imparted in you, because guess what? All of y'all got a dream. All of y'all got an ability. I don't know what it is. Maybe you are an artist. Maybe you are a musician. Maybe you can craft up the best things up in the kitchen. But by all means, when you dream of those things, think about the folks in mind. I want to invite you to remind that Earth is calling for you to keep it in mind when you dream, because it's currently choking right now, needing a breath of fresh air for a new world. I want to tell you that humanity is calling for us to discern this call, because we are just so divided. And for what? Oh, that silence is beautiful. Nothing besides greed. There is nothing within that point. When we discern, we also discern for ourselves, because guess what, beloveds? You matter. You have greatness that resides within you. You have a well of it that you can always tap into. And guess what? Because you have that, because that gift cannot be taken from you, because you have to cultivate it, I want to remind you that after you've got it, you've got to deliver it. You can't hold that to yourself. That's a bit greedy if you think about it. The vision that you have might change the stratosphere around you. The vision that you might have might move a group of people into liberation. You never know, but if you don't stand and deliver, nobody's going to hear it. Be reminded that you have power, prophetic power within your delivery. Be reminded that the divine implants apart all of us great ideas, and we are called to listen to one another in that. You've got to remember that your light is not meant to be hidden under a bushel. It's supposed to. It's supposed to. It's supposed to. So be reminded of this, beloveds, because guess what? We know that folks aren't really wanting to hear our dreams. We know that folks ain't caring about our well-beings, but be reminded that just because they don't care doesn't mean you don't get a divine download that says you can create care. Be reminded that the dreams that we live into are called forth because the earth needs it. The dreams that we have are called forth because guess what? The flora and fauna are calling for our unity. Guess what? The disinherited, they all cry out for healing, wholeness, and reconciliation. So guess what? That means that we cannot defer these dreams any longer. They can no longer be deferred. Be reminded that when we dream, when we discern, when we deliver, we can do great things with our bodies. Amen.
Amen. Amen. All right. Amen. Amen.